What's up, you guys? This is Steven, and I'm back with another photo analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the cover of Koda Kumi's single, No Regret. And this is the 8th single from Koda Kumi's 12 Singles in 12 Weeks collection. Alright, so when you first look at the photo, you kind of see some activity in the photo. The photo is dynamic, And I'll say that, upon first glance, definitely I like this photo, you know. However, when you analyze it and look at it closely, there's a few issues in it. But, I think it's a nice photo. You know, in this particular photo, for the cover for the single No Regret, Koda Kumi is representing the culture and country of India. So, that's why she has, the outfit on, and also why, her skin is darker than usual. And I'll say I do like her skin tone, and I like the outfit she has on too. And I like, the way they styled her hair and things like that as well. And I like the coloration. But again, like I said before, there's some issues with this photo. First issue I have is, the hair is, I understand that Koda Kumi, she's going for probably like the wind in the hair look, but I think it made her hair look like it's not well maintained versus it's just wind in her hair. So I think that kind of made things look a bit too wild and a bit too much activity, in this photo. Also, if you look at her face, it's like some stuff, it seems like her face is a little covered. And I think she has a good face in this photo, but um, it's kind of covered up. And also her eyes could have been, her eyes could have had more life in them. It looks like she's like, kind of like half sleeping or about to go to sleep. Or her eyes, that I think, I don't like her eyes. It's basically just a lack of life in the eyes. Eyes for a photo, for a photo that includes your face, like the eyes are really important, you know, because I think that the eyes can make or break, a photo, especially like a beauty shot photo. And this is sort of kind of along the lines of a beauty shot. But, I do like the face. I like it, but I just think it could have been better. Let's see. I like the outfit that she's wearing. Um, I'm not familiar with Indian culture, East Indian culture. Nevertheless, I more or less believe it. She can at least fool like someone who doesn't know much about it, about the culture. I like that belly ring too. I just noticed that. I like, that she, paid attention to the small details. Let's see. I like the head wrap she has on. Um, from the way that her body is positioned, it seems like she's kind of like opening her arms, kind of like just like embracing the wind, or just embracing life in general. Um, what else I can say? She has on earrings, but I don't think you can see them that well. But if you look around the area, well, actually look on her neck, you'll see that her earrings are laying on her neck. And let's see. And Koda Kumi, for this particular outfit, I think Koda Kumi, she's pulling it off well. It's not coming off as skanky, it's coming off, with some class and some sophistication with it. And I think that, the area like around her chest is covered, so I think that kind of helps, decrease the skank factor in the photo. Oh yeah, it just came to me. I think the wrap that she has on are, I'm not sure. I don't think the head wrap is called a sari, but I think she has a sari in this photo. It's the blue like garment that she's holding, or purple. It's probably purple. Blue and purple do kind of cross over sometimes. But anyway, the purplish blue garment that she has on the photo, I believe, is called a sari. And she's not wearing it, because usually I think that the women wear the sari, but she kind of, is using it a little more, she's using it in a different way. If you look at her face, you'll notice that there's some jewels that were put on her face. And I think that's pretty cool too. If she just had a better facial expression, I think this, really not even that. If she just had more, if you just could see her eyes, it would have worked better. However, I do think this is one of her better photos so far, at least from the photos that I've seen, from the from the covers of the singles, from the 12 singles and 12 weeks collection. I think that this is probably one of the better photos so far that I've seen. You can see kind of like the bones in her neck, and I think it's okay. It's not a lot, because sometimes that can be a bit much, because sometimes some people's necks have like maybe too many bones protruding from them. But I think that this works though. And I like this, the skin tone that she has in this photo. I think, oddly enough, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in Indian culture, a woman is often like the woman that's probably seen as more beautiful and more celebrated and more put on a pedestal is probably more of a skin tone that, Koda Kumi has naturally. So, I do like that she kind of gave a shout out to, the browner girls. So that's cool. And I think she's pulling it off well. Let's see. I think I've pretty much said all I have to say about this particular photo. To make a long story short, I think this is a very nice photo. The one thing, if anything, the one thing that could have, brought the level or the quality of this photo up a little bit more would just be the eyes. But nevertheless, it's a nice photo. And I think it, considering what she had to work with, I think that this was a decent representation of Indian culture. I mean, I can understand some people might be a bit offended maybe by the lack of clothing, and maybe like, oh, is she saying that, East Indian women don't wear clothes or something like that? But I don't think that's what she's going for. I think this is like, Koda Kumi's interpretation. This is like it's like Indian culture done Koda Kumi style. So how Koda Kumi can be. Sometimes clothes. It's just like, what's that? For Koda Kumi. So I don't think it's anything to take into like strong offense, because if Koda Kumi, she does kind of like do stuff like this. So basically, long story short, Koda Kumi is just having some fun with the clothing from Indian culture. She's putting her own little spin on it. But I think I pretty much said all I have to say. Overall, a very nice photo. Well done, Koda Kumi. But hey, what do you guys think about the photo? You like it? You dislike it? You're indifferent to it? Feel free to let me know. And also, feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. The support is always appreciated. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the theme of this photo is assumably no regret, because that's the title of the single. And for this photo, I think Koda Kumi, she pulled that theme off alright. It could have been a bit better. Again, it's just, if she had had life behind her eyes, I think that would have just made the photo stronger and would have, you know, played more into the theme of no regret. Because, you know, her body language seems to be kind of like telling a story along that lines, because, you know, she's just like free, her arms are like free and, you know, open, kind of like, you know, she's just embracing the world, so to speak. As well, her hair is wild, you know, it's wind in her hair. So it's like, okay, she doesn't have any regrets, and, you know, she has no cares, no regrets, you know, something along that line, or something along those lines. But, you know, her eyes, again, they kind of tell a different story. It's kind of like her body is saying one thing and her eyes are saying the opposite. But if she just had, like, you know, stronger facial expression, maybe a smile, as well as some life behind her eyes, or just, you know, at least one or the other. At least one or the other. But, you know, but that's all I have to say. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe, feel free to give me a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.